Good morning, Makané here, and we're doing our daily tarot reading. And we have a nice energy this morning. I'm feeling like something positive since yesterday's solitude practice, since yesterday's just bringing us into a little bit of more peace and center from being in nature. Okay, so we have here today Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. And this beautiful knight is charging forward with his tiger. Tiger is looking very just like in rapture, and so it's the knight. He's creating some magic. He's calling in, he's receiving. The cups are all about love, they're all about relationships, they're all about the energy of water, and water being the element of the West. So it might do you good to meditate on the sunset today, because there's a lot of energy coming out of the West, and it wants to tell us something. So let's hear. The Knight of Cups is a mature individual, experienced, wise in the ways of human and feline nature, ready and willing to accept challenges as they arise. He rides an alert, vigilant mount, offering a cup of growing opportunity with one hand and extending the other in gesture of invitation. The meaning is an invitation or opportunity may soon arise. Arrival can also mean, so just like you're arriving at a conclusion or a place of peace or some kind of new understanding. Approach, so maybe you're approaching a new kind of like evolution, like something within you is like clicking and you're approaching strength and understanding. Advancement, attraction, inducement, appeal, request, challenge, proposal. And so the reverse of this is just subtlety. So this is about being aware of those who are sly or cunning, incapable of swindling, but like not taking them into, like not going into victim consciousness about it. It's just like, I am arriving at a new understanding about like why any of us do anything. Like people act out of places of desperation and limited understanding and ignorance, and literally we don't know what we don't know. So someone may think that they understand a situation and may come at me with their limited understanding about me, about a situation involving me, and because they're understanding it with a limited perspective that isn't encompassing all the complexity, then they're going to be coming at it in a way that may not be helpful. So I've really realized that because who I am is someone sort of complex and someone who is not obviously easily understood. Like I am not exactly the normie basic bae, right? So if you relate to that at all, it's just about like knowing who you are and understanding that with the gift of having the complexities that make you all, and all that is you, that other people see this as abnormality, they see it as strange, they may be threatened by it, they may be intimidated by it. Like weirdly, where you're like, what, why would you be intimidated by me at all, or like me being a weirdo, or like me having a like light and easy sense of humor where I'm like, I just let things roll off the cuff a lot of times because I realize that like I'm probably going to be misunderstood in most situations. I'm not creating that, it's just that has been so much my experience, and I'm like, this is also about me, my inability to maybe convey the complexities going on within myself. So learning to understand yourself, learning how to convey in a way that you get what you want. Like we all want to get what we want, right? Like, but what do we want? We really want to be understood. So learn to convey yourself in a way that you are understood. That's so beautiful. That's going to be so rewarding and enriching for all of life. So this day is about approaching this understanding and realizing that like anytime you're faced with a situation, a challenge, you feel misunderstood or you feel put down, or you feel like someone's trying to control, or like whatever, just like this is about you putting forth your clear intention, your discipline, honing who you are, about what you're about, and just like putting that forward in a really firm and a really grounded and a really clear way. And that's the essence of boundaries. Like everyone's like, set your boundaries. That doesn't mean like we wave our sword at everyone who comes our way who we feel like, don't tread on me. Like that's not what boundaries are really about. They're really about just like clarifying what is unclear. And so delineating is the thing that humans maybe overdo, but in the sense of our emotions we actually underdo, because we don't really understand often even what we're experiencing at the time. We may not even know our boundaries are being crossed. In a moment we're just feeling a sense of outrage, a sense of frustration, a sense of confusion, a sense of disassociation. So like when those things are coming to you, just know, okay, there is a boundary being crossed for me. This is a time for me to try to reflect, to retreat inwardly, outwardly, like leave the room, walk out of the conversation, ask for a recess, ask for a break, ask for what you need, ask for time to just collect your thoughts, or even just take the time yourself, just take a deep breath, close your eyes, just say, I need a moment. I just need a moment here, with all respect to you and what you're trying to communicate. I need a moment. And you breathe and you let that moment arise. And so this night he's holding up his cup and he's welcoming and basking in all that is coming down. So there's like so much wisdom that is within us, and so much wisdom that is like in the ether, that if you're an intuitive person, you're just like, just open up, just be a channel, just like let it fall down. Like I was thinking of the name Patanjali today. I think I've talked about this in earlier talks, which is how the teacher of the Yoga Sutras, or the author, it's credited to Patanjali, and the name means to fall in the hand. And you think about this wisdom, like divine wisdom falling down and just landing gently in your hand. So let your clarity come that easily. It's not about forcing hand. Look at his hand. It's even open to receive. So this is a unified gesture of compassion, of kindness, of non-aggression, just the open hand. So this is how we approach today. There's nothing really to do to accomplish. It's just we're here to receive wisdom, and we're here to beam it in. And look at the beautiful being astride a tiger. That reminds me so much of Durga, the deity who is called forth, who was meditated on by yogis to defeat the demons that had overrun the world. So imagine a world overrun with destroying, destructive. Oh wait, is that like all the world's powers? Okay. Well, maybe we need to just like realize that demons are just the shadow parts of ourselves, and they're parts, the ignorant parts of all of us. They're the parts of us that cannot embrace the beauty of life. They're the parts of us that somehow got stuck in some ignorance, some misunderstanding, and felt fear and danger, and like we needed to protect ourselves from something that probably wasn't even a real threat to begin with. So see how being astride a tiger is a perfect symbol of like being in harmony with nature, and like nature is fierce and ferocious and untamable, and like yet like there is a possibility of being in harmony with this like ferocious, wild, untamable thing. And that's also the beauty of being a human, right? Like when you're really at peace with yourself, you're realizing like, oh, I don't have to change who I am. I can just fully embrace the innermost me, the most central part of me, the unchanging part of me. That part doesn't change. So that's the untamable you. So people often think of wildness as a sort of violence, and like it really is not the case. So there's always a balance. Things in nature sometimes have really intense ways of getting their needs met, like food and stuff. So just like, how can we get our needs met and be in harmony? That's the beauty of being gifted a human birth, is that we get to choose consciously but we only get to choose consciously when we are conscious, right? So holding our intention to raise that consciousness, that's about being present. That's about keeping your feet both on the ground and both lifting upward to the heavens, both being a visionary, both being astride what is wild and untamable, both being what is untamable and wild, and both being the ether itself. Like it's like all of this is like a symbol for like stepping into what is a full expression of emotional freedom. So expressing what we need to is just about finding that clarity, and that's really the number one message today. So like good ways to find clarity, I mentioned in other talks, I love yoga nidra. I love doing just gentle stretching with deep breath and soft music, a mindfulness like a qigong or tai chi practice, walking in nature, art. Share in the comments what helps you come back to center and come into that place of inner resource where your cup can be filled, and you can then carry your cup forward and share the delightful fizzles. Oh yeah, this is like a cosmic champagne we're collecting here today, okay? So enjoy that cosmic fizz. So much love and abundance and joy to you.